is the opposite of being proud or arrogant, thinking that you're worthless? Well, stick around because today we're going to look at a story that Jesus told in Luke chapter 14 and talk about what it means to be humble. Hey there, my name is WayneWrz, and on this channel we're walking the journey towards Jesus together. You can subscribe to join our community and get a new Bible study video every Tuesday. When I was in high school, yes, all 5 years of high school, I played guitar in the youth worship band. One song that we did was Take My Life, a simple song written by Scott Underwood. One of the verses went, faithfulness, faithfulness is what I long for. Faithfulness is what I need. Faithfulness, faithfulness is what you want from me. And there were verses very similar that went with righteousness and holiness. One day we added a verse. We sang about humbleness because A, it had the right number of syllables, and B, it seemed like something that we should ask God for more of. Then eventually we had this thought, is humbleness even a word? If we're asking God to help us to be more humble, shouldn't we actually be asking for humility? Well, according to the interwebs, both humbleness and humility are acceptable forms of the word. And according to Jesus, this is something that we should strive for as we walk the journey towards Jesus. In Luke chapter 14, we read, "And he began speaking a parable to the invited guests when he noticed how they had been picking out the places of honor at the table, saying to them, 'When you are invited by someone to a wedding feast, do not take the place of honor, for someone more distinguished than you may have been invited by him, and he who invited you will come and say to you, give your place to this man, and then in disgrace you proceed to occupy the last place. But when you are invited, go and recline at the last place, so that when the one who has invited you comes, he may say to you, friend, move up higher. Then you will have honor in the sight of all who are at the table with you. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted." In this story, Jesus is having dinner at the home of some of the religious leaders. And I just love how Jesus tells the story because he saw something that they were doing. He saw them taking the best seats, the seats of honor at the table, and he used it as an opportunity to teach them what following God looks like. Being humble is the opposite of being proud or arrogant or thinking that you're better than everyone else. Pride tells us that we are more important than others, that they don't matter as much as we do. But being humble doesn't mean that you have no worth. You were created in the image of God. Telling yourself that you're worthless or you have no value isn't humility. One explanation for humility that I've heard and I like is humility isn't thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. Humility puts others above ourselves. In Jesus' story, those who came in and desired the seat of honor could have been asked to move down, but those who sat at the other end of the table, far away from the host, had the chance for the host to bring them closer and give them a seat of honor. Jesus sums up his story saying that those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Humility isn't something that we can really do on our own or that we can strive for, but we must rely on the power of the Holy Spirit to help us live a humble life. Thank you so much for checking out the video today. If you liked it, you can hit the thumbs up button down below, you can share it with your friends, and you can subscribe for a new video every Tuesday. Let me leave you with this question that you can answer in the comments and discuss with a friend, a parent, or a pastor. Do you know someone who is proud or arrogant, and how does it feel to be around them? There are a few more questions for discussion down below that I'd encourage you to check out, and we'll see you later, alligator. When I was in high school, Hey there, my name is WayneWrz, and I feel like my nose is running. The verse went, faithfulness. Pride tells us that we are more important than something. To subscribe, click on the circle on the left. To check out a friend's channel, click that circle on the right. To watch a video that YouTube thinks you should watch, click that box in the middle. And if you want to learn more about supporting me on Patreon, click the link in the description.